Welcome back. It is 6:14. Developments in Philadelphia, where the city is bracing for more violence after a second night of unrest in response to a deadly police shooting. At least 30 officers were injured. Nearly 100 people were arrested yesterday. This all happening after the shooting death of 27-year-old Walter Wallace Jr. Police say Wallace was acting erratically and refused to drop a knife before officers opened fire, killing him. Liza Lucas joins us now from her home. Liza, the National Guard now being deployed in the city.
Yes, and that was confirmed by Governor Wolf's office that the National Guard will be in place to help protect personal property as well as support police. And overnight, we saw a tweet from the city's Office of Emergency Management where they were urging people in the East Philly area to stay inside as that unrest continues. Meanwhile, Wallace's father is pleading with people for the violence and the looting to stop.
I'm Walter William Wallace's father, and I don't condone no violence, tearing up the city, looting up the stores, and all this chaos going. And I would feel like, is everybody have any respect for my family and my son to stop this violence and chaos what's going on in the city?
Wallace's death igniting unrest in the city. The incident captured on cell phone video, sparking calls for transparency from state and local officials as the investigation continues. Now, Wallace's family says there was a domestic dispute and that police were told he had mental health issues when they first arrived. The officers who used deadly force against Wallace did not have tasers. The police commissioner citing budget constraints. And that's what a lot of you were talking about on our 11 Alive Facebook page. Of course, we've also included the tweet from Philadelphia's mayor right there that is calling upon police for a full investigation. But Jackie and others, Dorsey, talking about the tools at police's disposal. The department, again, not having the funds, according to the police commissioner. Now, we're going to continue to follow this story very closely. Very few details have been released thus far, but those same state and local officials who have been calling for transparency, they are also calling for the release of body cam footage of the two officers involved.